Brothers and sisters, Black Power, as always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. My sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers, my father, my in-laws, my subscribers, my followers, my listeners, and all of our brothers and sisters that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. You might not be able to see these words clearly, but clearly it states a bloody, violent, global race war. And that's a topic that's been discussed, not just throughout social media, but, on that, making national headlines as well. And when it makes national headlines, it's basically almost carved in stone, that the inevitable will take place. And what I want to let my brothers and sisters know, first of all, I love my brothers and sisters unconditionally. Don't get it twisted. And I fight for liberation and salvation of our black nation every single day by physically dealing with our ex-offenders, physically dealing with youths, verbally dealing with our people on social media, as well as having created my own organization and movement, to uplift our people and to keep us moving in the right direction towards liberation. And I'm not talking about in a passive way. I'm talking about in a strong military approach. And so, things I want to talk about as far as the race war in this country. First of all, let's be honest. Let's be totally honest. Right now, and I'm talking about the black youth, the ones that are really supposed to be our frontline soldiers. At its states right now, they're too fat. They stay too fat. They stay too high. They stay too trifling with no form of discipline. And I'm talking about on when you're talking about on a military level. And our children stay so fucking smoked up. It's ridiculous. And we've fell for the tricks that we've allowed these crackers to pay our youth and our young black men and women to portray these negative images in movies and videos and the like. And I've told y'all how this shit was going to go. I've told y'all that this was a motherfucking grand scheme. This was a diabolical plan. But our children and our youths and our young, even our adults, they've been so busy trying to floss and spend money, not realizing that they've been tricked because nothing is free. And so, this is the result of that type of shit. The feminization of our black males in movies and all types of videos for money. And we fell for this shit. Dressing up when we're supposed to be maintaining a military approach to everything. We're dressing up. Our young men are dressing up in dresses and wigs and all this bullshit. Acting like fucking women just for some goddamn money. Excuse me. We've excuse the video quality right now, but we've eaten ourselves to death. We're too fat. We stay too high. We stay too drunk. and we stay uneducated, very, very undisciplined. No, like I've always said, you have to have a military approach to everything that you do. And this is the results of it. You know, drugs. We allowed these devils to pay us to glorify this shit, which in turn led our babies into indulgence. And this is the price that we have to pay. So, right now, look at this shit here. This is our military. This is the black military. Once again, our youth, they stay too drunk, they stay too high, they stay too on a high level of self-hatred, and they don't have a problem killing one another. When you have monkey ass, big fat, gelatin ass, sloppy, greasy, motherfucking bloated pieces of shit like this motherfucking field gorilla Rick Ross, who is 60 years old, playing with little kids and shit. He's the oldest teenager in the rap industry. An ex-correctional officer. Instead of him using that training to discipline our youth, he would rather, enamor his big motherfucking nasty shit smelling frame and gold chains laying on top of these teenage girls. And another thing, the black church will sell us out. Like I told you years ago, 26,000 black pastors signed contracts with FEMA and got on FEMA's payroll with the agreement that in the event of a racial disturbance, they are to instruct their congregation to report to the FEMA detention camps, along with their weapons and their babies, turning their weapons over. This is what the black church has done, has been aware of these days coming years ago. You think T.D. Jakes is going to fight? He's going, these motherfuckers who have sold and fucked the black community over, specifically our elders, and have taken their money, millions of dollars from our elderly, from their fixed incomes. In the event of a race war, they're going to get in their Learjets and fly the fuck away and leave their congregations behind to perish and be destroyed. And this is why they have allowed the church to rake all the money that they want to rake from the black community. This is why. Because they will be non-participants and they will attempt to flee the country in the event of a racial outburst, and once again leave the parishioners behind to be exterminated. Farrakhan is no different. No different. He's not going to stay and fight y'all either. And he's going to instruct his children, his sons, to surrender as well. Because the Nation of Islam, as you already see, they do not respond in no way of a militant fashion to all of the murders and executions that have taken place as a result of police terrorism on our young brothers. So you can keep on, jumping up and down, having faith and hoping these motherfucking people. But they have plans, and they have an evacuation plan in the event of a racial disturbance. Don't think that they don't. And they will leave their own parishioners behind to fend for themselves. And they will flee using the money that the parishioners have gave them, thinking that these people were quote unquote men of God that will sink with them in a ship. And it's total bullshit. It's just trickery. It's just motherfucking entertainment. So there will be mass confusion. Mass fucking confusion. And so, don't go for the okie doke. Do not go for the okie doke. Because the FEMA trucks are already lined up in Washington, D.C. and other surrounding states and counties and cities. They are already on alert. We've already had a trial run in which the crackers, white supremacy, had defeated and beat the shit out of the black community with Hurricane Katrina. They killed thousands and thousands of our brothers and sisters, men, women, children, and babies. That just wasn't a hurricane, it was a helicane. And we are too motherfucking blind to see what's going on because we keep watching TMZ and all of this BT and TV One and all of this sellout bullshit media rhetoric that they jam down the people's mouths and throats that are naive to what the fuck is going on. The FEMA detention camps already set up, along with 500,000 or better FEMA coffins in Madison, Georgia, right on the side of the road. They are laying it out because they know that you do not respond to any injustices, that the white man can do whatever the fuck he wants to do to the black community, and there's no repercussions, there's no price to pay. That's why this bitch Amber Geiger is going to walk. And there's nothing going to be done but motherfuckers going to run up and down the street with cardboard sticks, crying and all this bullshit. And that's the extent of it. It appears that white supremacy has permission to kill black men with no type of motherfucking consequence. These prisons are set up not for you to lay back, because they're going to use this terrorist bullshit that ISIS is coming. Y'all need to go to the camps for your own protection. And most of you niggas going to go. Because you're naive. You've always believed everything this cracker has said all your motherfucking life. You never believed nothing that somebody that looks like you tells you. And while you sitting there in the camp waiting to be exterminated, it's going to be too late to change your mind. It's going to be too late to be militant. It's going to be too late to fight. Because you've already been captured. And they're going to use niggas like this who y'all look up to. You pay your money to go to their concerts. And all you have done was help these motherfuckers with their evacuation plans. But they're going to tell you to report. But they're not going to report. But see, I'll tell you the trick to that in a minute. And see, they're going to use niggas like Spook Lee, you know, to make these motherfucking movies. Chirac and all these other motherfucking movies. These pacification movies that this monkey motherfucker makes. You know, Oprah Winfrey. This hoe is going to do the same thing. This hoe is going to flee. She's going to attempt to flee the country. Why do you think she built a school over in Africa? That's just not going to be a school. That may be her new home. Don't be fooled by these motherfuckers. And I'll be getting back with you shortly, brothers and sisters, on part 2 of this race war. We're going to discuss that in a minute. Hotep, Black Power. Hotep, brothers and sisters, Black Power. This is part 2 to this race war. Like I was telling you, that, you know, these people are going to flee the country, especially this whole here. You know, and they already have everything set up for their evacuation plan. They already have an evacuation plan set up for their exits out of the country. But they're going to hold shows, they're going to hold specials to tell you that everything is going to be all right, to go ahead and report. It's for your own safety. And the sad part about it is that a lot of you going to go because you are totally afraid of this motherfucking cracker, for one thing. And you always have believed everything that this motherfucking devil has told you. And they're going to walk you right to your own extinction, out of existence, with the help of these niggas. Especially this motherfucker. You know, this silverback, you know, he is a major investor in Corrections Corporations of America. It was in the 90s when he made an attempt to purchase a seat on the space shuttle. So you know this motherfucking ape, this fiery red-eyed motherfucking silverback motherfucking Tyrannosaurus nose motherfucker. Him and his motherfucking little cracker ass cave bitch. You know, and their offspring, their litter, they have an evacuation plan too. So don't get it twisted. And this greasy motherfucking slave, this motherfucking house nigga, this Uncle Ruckus looking motherfucking jigaboo ass sellout piece of black shit, Clarence Uncle Tom Thomas, who has passed laws and is right now in discussion on passing laws to limit to almost nothing in terms of health care for the poor black, and the elderly in the black community. He's so goddamn nasty. He doesn't even look into the camera. His motherfucking energy and his aura is so foul and murky. This nasty motherfucker with that white Tyrannosaurus fat white bitch that he has up there in Fairfax, Virginia. You know, what nigga you know in their right mind would marry Rush Limbaugh, one of the most racist commentaries in America, would marry them in their motherfucking living room? So you know how dangerous this nigga is. And he's going to try to pass laws to make the black community stay put or be forced to go into these camps. And we need not to say nothing about this motherfucker. And this is what pisses me off. You know, a lot of you black people know how this motherfucker is. You know the sellout motherfucker that he is. You know his participation into leading to Bernie Mac's death. Because it's been said that he had something to do with fucking with Bernie Mac's oxygen. Sending personnel over there to tamper with that man's oxygen. Straight out of jealousy, because everything that he has now really is Bernie Mac's. When you look, if you're talking about being rewarded for your talent, because Bernie Mac was far more talented than this horse mouth motherfucker. You know, and this Monopoly dice teeth, big horse lip motherfucker, he's going to be the main one, because he's going to use that game show. Don't no nigga host no game show like Family Feud when it's getting ready to be a racial feud. And this poor excuse for a motherfucking male, Snoop Dogg, who had something to do with the murder of Tupac, after Tupac helped really put him on the map. And once Tupac was gone, because you knew you couldn't do this bootlicking, you know, and licking Martha Stewart's, the crack of Martha Stewart's ass while Pac was living. And if Suge was out, Death Row was here, you wouldn't be doing none of that shit. Because you murdered a couple of motherfuckers and walked. And this is how you show your appreciation to this white man. This shit ain't slick like you on some type of motherfucking come up bitch. And you are another motherfucker that probably hold a concert. You and Dr. Gay, you know, encouraging our young to go into these camps while you sit on stage smoking high out your motherfucking mind. But you got, you led the youth, help the youth, you participating in helping them disrespect their mothers, disrespect women by calling them bitches, hoes, and sluts. You've been, you participate and encourage our young to kill one another. That's how you got to be where you're at. But you just got to remember, motherfucker, the higher you go up, the harder the hit is when you fall. You know, and this puss ass fuck nigga here, who's nothing but a straight motherfucking queer, that niggas respect this queer motherfucker. Give him all the respect in the world because he sucked some white boys' dicks and got some front money to do some plays, acting like a motherfucking woman. See, that's how you got your money, by emasculating your motherfucking self. You know, and all the motherfucking niggas that be in your goddamn movies, the majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of them have went in your motherfucking ass. Like Benny, that play on have and have nots. Jeffrey, that play on have and have. All of them then went in your motherfucking butt. All of them have dug in your motherfucking, bust your motherfucking back open and split your goddamn chitlin cord just to get a part on this goddamn show. Nighttime soap opera, where the black man is nothing but a fucking punk in all of your goddamn movies. And this monkey ass nigga, this boot-licking, butt-licking motherfucking house nigga here, Joseph C. Phillips, who shitted all over Bill Cosby after Bill Cosby made you a superstar, had you eating like a motherfucker in terms of stacking your paper, bitch. And you go and shit on that man. But you're gonna be another one. And this monkey, illiterate motherfucking little chimpanzee, wide dinner plate mouth, cross-eyed, detached retina motherfucking nigga here, who allowed his own blood to drink shit and piss water in Flint, Michigan, while you ride around in Bugattis and, floss and money and all this type of shit. See, the thing about this shit is, brothers and sisters, all these niggas that I just mentioned, they're gonna get crushed too. Because that's one thing anybody hates, is a motherfucking turncoat and snitch. Because if they turn on their own, they'll turn on them. And they just don't know it. Now, this cracker got, thousands of militia groups all over the United States, thousands of them. And they're doing tactical training all up in the mountains of Colorado, Oregon, Wyoming, Iowa. Right now as we speak, they have different movements. And what they do, they take shipments of drugs, narcotics, and they trade it off in the black community. And in turn, these so-called kingpins are unknowingly, some of them know it, that they're financing these goddamn militia groups. But it's nothing said about them. Nothing. Nothing said about them. And these motherfuckers are marching openly. They don't give a fuck. They are ready to get down. That's why they're always in the woods and in the mountains. You never know where they're at. And these motherfuckers have been trained to eat animals, because they're already savages by nature any motherfucking way. And so living out in the woods, eating bear legs and all that type of shit ain't nothing to them. While you sitting at home eating fucking Popeyes with your feet kicked up, your goddamn kidneys and liver look like goddamn macaroni, and you just talking a good goddamn game. Now, even in the U.S. military, this is where you niggas, you house niggas, get it twisted at. You think that once something, a race war kicks off, that the military is gonna come in and wipe everybody out. No, that's bullshit. Because you got just as many blacks in the military as whites, and you have a heavy Latino and Asian population in the military too, that knows how to fly these planes, run, take over these tanks. They know about everything that the cracker knows in terms of military defense, and how to run and use a military arsenal to its maximum ability. So don't get it twisted. Y'all always say, well, the white man got the army. No, he don't. He may have half of the military. And so, and these motherfucking crackers are committed. They are committed. And so, while you motherfuckers sitting back, running your motherfucking mouths, these motherfucking crackers are in serious goddamn training. That's why you have, just like in Washington, D.C., you have 50 different goddamn types of police. In every motherfucking building you go in downtown, every government building is a different type of motherfucking police. Capitol police, housing police, state police, local police, Amtrak police, train police, airport police, United States Capitol Police, United States Park Service, United States Police, DC Police. Every motherfucking way you go, because these are police states. And police states mean that these were the states that our ancestors during slavery was running through to get to the swampland in the maroon colonies down in the Carolinas, all the way down to Florida, where our Seminole Indian ancestors were, in which a lot of them gave us up because Andrew Jackson was supposed to be one of the most ruthless presidents, but his cracker ass did not come down in the maroon colonies. Yeah, and so, and you niggas are scared, you talk this bullshit out your mouth. You see, you a goddamn gangster when it comes to a motherfucker that live next door to you. But when this goddamn ice ape, when this snow monkey comes around, your motherfucking whole demeanor change. They ride around in cars and they don't do nothing but laugh at you motherfucking niggas, because they know your motherfucking ass, your ass clam up when you see them. And all they do is laugh, because they know that if you wasn't scared of them, you would tear off in their ass. The white man can't whoop the black man. But you scared ass house niggas. And it's always you motherfuckers that run your motherfucking mouths talking about what you gonna kill up, who you not gonna take shit from, what you ain't going for and all this bullshit. But in fact, you go for every motherfucking thing. But you killed your fucking brother in a heartbeat. And it shows. None of you motherfuckers don't run these cops out, these pig motherfucking devils out the goddamn community that are high on narcotics, that are alcoholics, that are divorced, that are ready to take shit out on you, and that are pulling you over, throwing you up against the car for nothing just because he can. because there's not going to be any fight, but you'll fight everybody that looks like you. And they continue to do this shit. Continue. And see, just like you so-called natives. And I'm going to get back with that shortly. I'm going to do a part 3 to this. And we're going to continue this shortly. Hotep, Black Power.